God bless, God bless, God bless. God bless. Many of you probably didn't get your notifications in. I'm assuming this is the reason for the drip. The drip, drop, drip, drip, dribbity, drop, drop, the drip, drip, droppity, don't stop the bobby to the bop, bop, baby, the drip, drop, the dribbit, to the dribble, to the dribble, to be. And what you see is not a just because they dribble into the beat. As the traffic comes in like 1 and 2 and to the 3 to 3. Now, when I make a video and I hit the button and say hello, other people out there take about 1 to 2 to 3 to the bowl, 4 minutes before you get that news, because the people can't get on in because YouTube will refuse. Now, hip it hop, the hip a hop it a hip hip hop it, don't stop. As we try to keep it going to the boogie, to the rhythm to beat. Now, if you get a notification and then they know they around the nation that Carsino is spitting the truth and they don't want to hear it come, then jump like you. Yay. A hip hop, but you don't stop to the rock, rock, bang, and a boogie. Yeah. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to go? It's up to y'all. I'm ready when y'all ready. I went live for y'all. I didn't go live for them to send the notifications. I know they ain't gonna send the notifications. I know what they gonna do. They gonna say it got stuck in the pipeline. They gonna come up with every excuse in the book. Okay, I see you. I don't care. I made this video for y'all so that you guys can be informed and you guys can go around with the information and pass it around to all your friends and tell them you know something. Be like, I know what I'm talking about, man. I'll just stand in front of you, man. I'm telling you, they gonna trade him, and you better get rid of him right now. No. I'm telling you, man, you better get rid of him right now. Because you have no idea what the situation is. And I'm ready to tell it to you and all of your friends. Now, just before the 2019 trade deadline, Marc Gasol is what they got last year, right? From the Grizzlies. Tobias Harris came along with Nikolai, what's the name? Mirovic or Mirovic or whatever. Now this year, the high prospects are Andre Iguodala. Memphis wants to combine Iguodala for a trade rather than a buyout. Iggy's going to be 36. Many say you want to go to either the Clippers or the Lakers. We got to see how that plays out. I heard a trade, but not Kyle Kuzma for Andre Iguodala. That's a dumb trade because Iguodala, this is the last season that he's gonna play. So he's gonna retire at the end of the year. So while you will get rid of Kyle Kuzma for a player that's gonna be out at the end of the year, it's not possible. They'd rather trade him. They'd rather trade him than buy out his $17.2 million. Now, Marcus Morris from the Knicks. Another player that's on the trading block right now that the Knicks are not talking about bringing him back. He's not talking about coming back to the Knicks. He's on a one-year deal. He's basically auditioning for another team. The Knicks aren't going where they wanted to go. He's averaging about 18-5. They could use him to trade for some draft picks if they're lucky. Another player that's in play that people are looking for is Jay Crowder. He's in the last season of his deal that he signed when he was with Boston. That gives him $7.8 million. So if you're looking to try to get this guy, you know, he's a tough three guy. He can hit the three. He can D you up. He's a good guy you could play with if you're a team that's looking to make some moves in the playoffs. Guys who are difficult to move. Chris Paul. The 34-year-old man who's making $38.5 million a season. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. We got 100 people in here and we got 17 likes. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I got to say that right now. That's nuts. He said something was on Bleach. Please. Now, I don't know if he's going back to no Warriors. He might sign a one-day contract to retire as a Golden State Warrior. If that's what they mean, because they weren't talking about bringing him back. But Chris Paul is a 34-year-old point guard who's making $38.5 million this season and will make $44 million in the 21-22 season. It was a dumb contract signed by the Rockets. But they did something crazy by OKC. They was even dumber than Houston. It was to take that trade. Because who would be stupid enough to be the third team to make the dumb mistake of taking a 35, 36-year-old point guard who's making $44 million for a year? I don't know. Ain't a trade you could put together that'll get that done. Here's some key players that people are talking about in quiet. I know everybody's talking about Kyle Kuzma, but here's the thing about Kyle Kuzma that they're not telling you. They are listening to the trades. With one request, you stay silent. That is the Lakers' request. If you talking with us, I don't want to hear in the news that we're shopping Kyle Kuzma, because we're not. We're just listening to you. But do not tell anybody we're listening to you. If we decide to send a counter offer, we don't want this to be on ESPN. So that's one of the building points that they have. Now, here are some of the players that are sneaking in that they're not talking about. Bogdan Bogdanovic. There's about 3 of them in the league. But the one that plays from Sacramento, he's very good. He's going to get you about 14, 15 points. So if you're looking for a guy to come off the bench and be that spark, he can be that guy. Now, the problem is the Kings signed Harrison Barnes last summer, and they just signed Buddy Hield at the beginning of the season. I would have dealt Buddy Hield. I'm sorry. I don't care how good he is. He had to go. Buddy had to go. I would have traded him. I'd have been a sign and trade. Now he's going to become an unrestricted free agent in the summer. So I can expect a trade or some type of deal being made for somebody who needs a guy to come off the bench who will give you about a good solid double digits every game. And the other guy that's quiet, but everybody know they're trying to move him. And they're going to try to see if they can move him in a double deal with Chris Paul. And that is what is his name? Danilo Gallinari. He is number 1 on that trading block. He's averaging about, 18 points, 18 and 5. A lot of people can use his 18 and 5. He can get to the free throw line. He can get points up. A lot of people are interested, but they talking about a sign and trade deal with him. So those are the 2 main quiet guys that people are really dealing for. Now, one guy that the Kings are looking to move in a rotation deal because he's on he's got a 3-year, $40 million deal that he's on the last deal for, and you just mentioned him. Dedmon from Dwayne Dedmon from Sacramento, the center. It's not a lot of big requests for him. He only scores about 5 points a game, but he can definitely run the court. He's a good guy to have to come off the bench or help you if you need some help in the middle. I know Portland could use him a lot. Well, you got a guy that's 16 and 10 lifetime, and Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he's 31. He's got 3 years left on like $91.5 million remaining on the season, but it's a little tricky. Now, teams could take about 28 million salary and convince themselves that this is the guy that can help us get to the top, but this guy has been hurt a lot more than he's played. And I don't know if I can trust this guy to be healthy down the stretch to help us win a championship if I want to trade for this guy. So he seems like a guy. I know he wants to go to a winning team. I just don't want to pay $28 million to get a role guy. If I'm running the team, I don't know how everybody else feel, but I'm not going to pay $28 million just for a role guy to come in and help us try to get to the championship. And this guy might break a leg or something, or break a nail, and he's out for 3-4 weeks. Now let's talk about a guy you didn't know was on the trading block, but he's on the trading block. DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, when I thought the Spurs, I thought Pop would be good for him. You know, he had a coach that can be vested into him. He needs somebody to get one-on-one with him. And yeah, but DeRozan has contributed to the bad defense of the Spurs lately. And Pop, you're only as good as your production with Pop. He's going to love you like a son until you're not producing no more. Once you're not producing no more, you're going to be the stepson, the redhead. And, you know, they've already put up with Lamar DeRozan. I mean, what's his name? Lamar Aldridge or whatever. He got to go. They should have been in a package deal, both of them together. And he got a $27 million player option for next season. And that complicates moving him. But the Spurs are trying. They are trying to get rid of him and Aldridge. You know, he's got New Year's Day, he got $24 million, was fully guaranteed. That's a heavy price tag. This New Year's was a big New Year for him. He got $24 million guaranteed. Now, Aldridge is shooting threes now this season, getting him further and further away from the paint, which then, when the Spurs want him more and more towards the paint, they thought they had another Tim Duncan-like player. They didn't realize they had the softest man in professional basketball. And now you got two soft ones, him and DeRozan, side by side, Mr. Softies. Andre Drummond, 17.9 a game, 15, 16 rebounds a game. So you're going to get about 18 points, 16 rebounds. The Detroit Pistons can move him. A lot of people are looking for him. It's just that picking up $28 million for a guy that's going to be so-so. But his box score stats are ridiculous. And that's what's going to get him moved. So the Pistons should be in reboot mode and try to get rid of Blake too. You know, I think they should just make that move and say, hey, you know, this is what we need to do right now. We got to make this move right now. We got to get things moving. Well, Blake is giving you what, 15-4? And don't forget, man, hit the like button. And as always, you guys can hit the Cash App and donate to the page. My name is Carcino. You should know that by now. Karl-Anthony Towns is not going to the Warriors. I don't see that happening. I mean, they want to get rid of D'Angelo Russell at some point. I just think that's just it's too much of a risk to pull up with that salary. You really want the Cat's salary? I don't think so. I would not take the cat salary. You got 4 major salaries on your hands. What are you getting the cat for? You want that guy for the rest of your team's existence? So you got Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond, all making hundreds of millions of dollars. So you want a 4th guy that's going to make a super max contract. Are you out your mind? He going to get almost a super max. Well, they screwed him for getting the supermax though. On not putting him on the all NBA team. They did that on purpose. So Cash App is Carcino. Definitely do that. Now everybody's talking about the Lakers are finna get Tristan Kardashian. Tristan Thompson. That's the guy that they're looking at talking about moving Kyle Kuzma over to Cleveland for. The Cleveland Cavaliers have called offering Tristan Kardashian rather, for Kyle Kuzma in a trade. But the Lakers they're dictating they want draft picks for Kyle Kuzma. They're giving up 12 and 10 with Tristan Thompson. See, this is the part that people don't know. They don't know who these teams are that's asking for whom and what. The Cavs want to do a trade for Kyle Kuzma and bring him over. They actually cleared out Clarkson for that. They'll rather get Kyle Kuzma over there with Cleveland. Well, the Celtics and the Clippers are both a little interested in Steven Adams. The Clippers have definitely been looking at Adams, but he's making $27 million next year, so that might take the Clippers out of the box. But they might pick him up next year and try to go. But he got a trade kicker that doesn't help the situation. So Celtics are looking at him too. They're looking at OKC for Steven Adams. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. You coming in here when it's live. Thank you, Andre Lowry, for the cash out. About time we see some new people in there. What's up, Lowry? You related to Mike Lowry? Of course, I got the Pats today. No, he was supposed to go to the 76ers. I knew they were moving Clarkson. Clarkson was gone. He was going to be with the 76ers, but at the end, they got a better, sweeter offer from Utah. Utah threw in the draft picks. And they asked the 76ers, hey, you want to throw in some draft picks? We got some draft picks. He was like, hey, man, we had a deal. They threw in draft picks. They really wanted Clarkson, and it helped. It really has helped Utah. They now have some scoring coming off the bench. I'm rooting for the Texans, but we got to see how that plays out. Well, this is another player that's hard to move. That might have to be stuck with Toronto. Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol is not easy to move. I mean, $25 million on an expiring contract. I wouldn't pick up 25 million for Marc Gasol at all. So he might be somebody that's stuck, but he's available. If somebody want to be stupid enough to go get him. Serge Ibaka is not going anywhere. Don't look at Serge Ibaka to be moved at all. You know, he making 23 million. They got a lot of guys making some money over there in Toronto. They ain't going nowhere. Well, the thing with Kyle Kuzma is that he got a $2 million salary, right? It's like a little weird in the trade market. Moving him for a guard would be ideal, but that guard would have to be good and a cheap guard. So moving him for Tristan Thompson would be better for them. They also looked at Minnesota for Jeff Teague. You know, Minnesota, they kind of looking at a Kyle Kuzma for Jeff Teague type deal. But his contract is too steep. That will not work. Teague is in a reserve role for the Wolves, but his $19 million contract, the Lakers ain't gonna be able to afford that, and they trying to pay AD next year. Valanciunas is I think that Memphis can move Jonas Valanciunas because the thing is, he's a good offensive rebounder. He's a good offensive player. His thing is when they play good teams, he gets in foul trouble a lot. But I just kind of don't think they're ready to blow up the whole Memphis team just yet. I think they'll keep Valanciunas there to work with what they got with the young core. Got to have some veterans there. Guys who won't be moved. Kyle Lowry is not going to be moved. Fred VanVleet is not going to be moved. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Evan Fournier. And people was like, what about Evan Fournier? A lot of people are interested in Evan Fournier. He's averaging about 20 points a game. I don't think Orlando's going to let him go. But here's the problem. The Magic already got an expensive roster. And this guy's going to be a free agent in the summer. So you might have to make a move with Evan Fournier. I know they want to keep him, but you got too many guys making money already. So he becomes another player that's in the pot. The team might be not winning, but Evan Fournier can put the ball in the basket. He's a 27-year-old guard averaging 20 points a game, launching threes. That's somebody you might need on your team. I was shocked to hear that Derek Favors might be on the block. He's got a $16 million expiring contract, and he would be a great trading piece, on the team. Oh, don't think JJ Redick's going anywhere. He's got 13 million coming next year. The Clippers are not finna pay for that. Nobody's finna pay for that. That's gonna be trying to go somewhere. I mean, next year he's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants, but the New Orleans is not getting rid of him. Julius Randle is somebody that's gonna be on the block. That's somebody the Knicks is trying to move. He's averaging 18 and 9, and they're looking for draft picks. It was going to be a disastrous season the way it started, but now he's starting to pick it up a little bit. And now the season didn't start off the way the Knicks hoped. He signed a $62 million deal, but only $4 million of the deal is in the third season is guaranteed. So he could be moved. Here's the thing. The Wolves want to move Robert Covington. Not a lot of teams are interested in Covington. And the thing is that Karl-Anthony Towns wants to go to the Golden State Warriors, but it would have to be in a package deal with Covington. They're like best friends. They're like besties since he got there. That's been the only guy he's really like tight with. Don't forget to hit the like button if you just got here. We're giving you the real. All you guys should have hit the like button. It's free. Don't forget to donate to the page and hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. Definitely, we're giving it to you straight, no chaser. You're getting the real here. All this stuff that's cooking up that they're not telling you. The teams who are trying to get Kyle Kuzma, the Lakers demands when talking about their players, they're demanding the teams that they're talking to don't say anything about anything if they do respond back to you. Well, here's the thing. D'Angelo Russell hasn't worked out. Okay, the thing is, D'Angelo Russell is a great one-on-one basketball player. He's not fit well in the Golden State system. He's got a max contract and all these scoring explosions, but they can't see him becoming more defensive-minded or, fitting the team and moving the ball around and playing off the ball. So they think they might just have to move him. They've tried to work with teaching him how to play a ball sharing experience, but he likes to dribble the ball up and pull up and shoot. He has a night when it's all going, he's going to get you 60, and on another night, he might get you 16. That's not how Golden State play basketball. And that kind of offense is not going to win championships. And that's what this Golden State is about. So they're going to try to move him. They tried to work with him, and they didn't want to trade him, but they might have to. Andrew Wiggins, the guy with 1,000 lives. Minnesota realized they made a mistake. They don't know how to apologize to Jimmy Butler. He tried to tell you got food gold here with Andrew Wiggins. But Wiggins have gotten mad, and he started averaging about 25 and 3. But it is not translated into victories for the Minnesota Timberwolves, which means they're mostly garbage points. And he don't show up every night. And he's been injured, and I don't know. It's going to be hard to move an injured guy. Well, the thing is, Goran Dragic, the Miami Heat, they moved him to the bench because he's just not as where he needs to be defensively. He's making way too much money. That's why they couldn't move him in the offseason. Mm-hmm. I see it. But here's the thing. He got a $19 million contract. It's expiring. So Miami's doesn't necessarily need to make any moves. But they got a bargaining piece of anybody who might be interested in Dragic. And Justice Winslow, he's always available. A lot of people would like to get Rudy Gay, but he's a 33-year-old guy. He's got a long body. If you could pull it off and you need that extra score, small forward, you can get him from San Antonio, make the move. A lot of people are trying to get Thaddeus Young. The Clippers are very interested in getting him. They think he's wasting away with the Bulls offense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of other players that are starting to come up. The Bulls are trying to move Denzel Valentine, and definitely they're trying to move Chris Dunn. They moved him to the bench and having him come off the bench, but they think that moving him that just might be best. So I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to donate to the page and hit the like button. I'm out. God bless.